Why should people buy HomePod over Amazon Echo or Google Home at this price?
Well, what we've tried to do is build something that is a breakthrough speaker first. And so music is deep in our DNA, dating back from iTunes and iPod. And so we wanted something that, number one, sounded unbelievable. And I think when people listen to it, they're going to be shocked over the quality of the sound. And of course, it does a lot of other things, right? And all those are important as well. But we wanted a really high quality audio experience as well.
You're very focused on how this could reinvent music in the home.
Yeah.
What about these other things? Will I be able to make a phone call, call a car, order groceries?
There's a lot of things you can do with it. One of the advantages that we have is that there's a lot of things that Siri knows how to do from the phone. And so we'll start with a patch of those as Phil showed today during the keynote. And then you can bet that there's a nice follow-on activity there as well.
So let's talk about e-commerce. E-commerce is very important to these devices. I can order paper towels on my Amazon Echo. Does this tell us something about Apple's aspirations in retail?
No, I wouldn't read anything to it in that regard. What I would read into it is Apple's a company that deeply cares about music and wants to deliver a great audio experience in the home. We feel like we reinvented it in the portable player area, and we think we can reinvent it in the home as well. And we know that people want a speaker now to do more than that, and obviously we want a speaker to do more than that, and so we're sort of combining what has been thought of to be two distinctly different things till now. And I think people are going to love it. I know they are. I mean, I'm a user, and I think they're going to be kind of blown away with the experience.
How long have you been working on this?
Multiple years. And so the underlying technology in here is something to behold, and to get the experience that we wanted at the quality we wanted, like Apple products in general take multiple years to do, starting from the core technology and then building up to the product.
You have people out there saying, finally, what took so long?
For us, it's never been about being first to anything. If you think back, we didn't have the first MP3 player. We didn't have the first smartphone. We didn't have the first tablet. There was a tablet shipping a decade before. Very few people used it. Arguably, we shipped the first modern MP3 player, the first modern smartphone, the first modern tablet, but we weren't first in any of those. And so for us, it's not about being first, it's about being the best. And giving the user an experience that delights them every time. And so we don't let that impatience result in shipping something that's just not great, right?
It's the 10th anniversary of the iPhone. You've unveiled the new iOS 11. What does that tell us about what's next with the phone?
I wouldn't want to answer that, but I can tell you that iOS 11 is unbelievable. And both for iPhone and for iPad. I mean, there's incredible things in it, from peer-to-peer payments. It's the biggest iPad release ever, and an area that I have great personal excitement on. I'm excited about all of it, but I'm incredibly excited about AR. And you saw the demos that were done today. I think this is profound. And I think we today are, as we get this developer release out in the hands of the developers, we'll have the largest augmented reality platform in the world. And I think we have launched AR in a way to large numbers of people. And I'm incredibly excited to see what some of the developers are going to come up with ARKit.
Exactly. You talked a lot about AR and VR with regards to developers, but what about consumers? When will consumers see an Apple AR product?
Well, that's another one of those things that I'm obviously not going to answer. But with a core technology, and as a platform owner, The first thing, and arguably in some ways the most important, is to build the foundation. And then from that foundation, you can do many things off of it. But first, you have to have a really solid foundation. And so I think the developers are really going to love what they find in the developer build on ARKit.